Hey everybody, Howard here with the cool Pentatonic double stop connection that I think is a pretty cool thing for all us guitar players to know. But having said that, it's a lot more than that. This is sort of a four-lane highway, if you will, that you can travel. What I'm going to do is use just major chords this time around, and I'll probably do a follow-up video covering the minor chords and how to approach them. But for now, I'm just going to be using three simple chords: a G, a C add 9, and a D. Okay, those three chords. And so what I'm going to do is show you a pattern, which is actually a collection of 3 or 4 different ideas, connecting the major pentatonic scale with double stops, and then from there using a sus4 arpeggio shape, and then going into an inversion, all of which can be played over a singular chord. Now, you don't have to play it all, of course, but you can pick and choose the bits and pieces that you want. You can put it together in different ways. You can use a different starting point, whatever you want to do, okay? But let me show you how it goes, and then we'll talk about it. So as I said, it's like a roadmap, if you will, of different avenues you can travel, 3 or 4 different ideas that you can play over one given chord. And you can mix these patterns up. You can use just one, you can use 2, you can use all 4. You can do whatever you want. But let's take a look at the shapes and the patterns, because once you know the shapes and the patterns, you're golden, right? You just get them into your head, get them under your fingers, and you can use them at will, okay? So what I'm doing in this first pattern is I'm starting with a G major pentatonic scale. And though I'm not using the whole scale, what I'm doing is playing it to a degree and then connecting it with the double stops that target the G major chord. Okay, let me do that again nice and slow. And then I'm forming a G sus4 arpeggio. Very David Gilmour or Dickie Betts if you'd like, and that's going to sound great over this G major chord. All right, so now we have Then I'm targeting a G inversion from the third, okay? B, D, G. And that's nice. Once you know that inversion, you can use it over any major chord. You can play with the chord a little bit, or as I did with a slide, okay? And then I came back and dropped that G sus4 arpeggio down an octave. So you can see it just runs all the way around and back, if you will, right? And all of that is usable and playable for you over that G major chord, over any major chord, okay? You just start on the root of the chord, connect with that major pentatonic, move into the double stops. You can also take it apart, of course. Take off in any direction you want, and it's going to sound pretty great, okay? Now let's take a look at the C chord, or the C add 9. It's the same idea, but we're taking off on the 5th string now, okay? So this is how you do this exact same idea, starting from the 5th string. So in this case, we're using a C major pentatonic scale and connecting with the double stops that go with that chord. Once again, the sus4 arpeggio into the inversion of the C chord, and then drop that arpeggio down. And again, you can play this any way you want. it sounds pretty cool. So you can do the exact same thing on the D chord, all right? Exact same patterns, right? And again, you can jump in anywhere you want. I keep emphasizing that because you can do that. You can have lots of fun by just jumping into the middle of any of these shapes or patterns. But that whole package, once again, gives you like 4 different patterns or 4 different shapes that you can easily apply against a major chord. Now, if you want to take a deeper dive into all of this, okay, check out my lesson called Cool Pentatonic Trick That Every Guitar Player Should Know. I'll put a link to it in the description box below. It's gotten hundreds of thousands of views, and a lot of players have really enjoyed it and benefited from it, okay? So there you go with the connection between the major pentatonic and the double stops, and a little something extra on the side, okay? I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.